Dead center. History.
Walked it.
Justin Thomas. A third round 63. And the best single round in U.S. Open history.
So you eagle 18. It's a 667-yard par 5. Where does that shot rank in your entire career?
In terms of difficulty and being able to repeat it again, I mean, it has to be in the top 2. I mean, the shot that I hit at 17, the PGA, was, I would call the best shot of my career just because the circumstances it was under. But I mean, the more I see it, the more I watch the video, the more I think about it, the more I truly don't understand how I actually did that. I don't. It doesn't make sense.
So you clearly twirl the club and look away. What, are you saying anything to yourself?
Yeah, I said, I mean, because I was in a very similar yardage spot the day prior to kind of a back pin. Had a little bit more wind the day before, and anything left of that green goes way off and goes down into a swale. And if it gets in the rough, you pretty much can't get it up and down unless you make a really long putt. You're just trying to make 5. So pin was on the front left and adjusted. I had 306, but just it was hot. It was downwind. Your adrenaline's pumping. So and the 3-wood I have, I can hit pretty far. So I was like, the miss was right. So all I was trying to do, I was trying to start it left of the green and just overcut it, because if I overcut it, it'd be short in that bunker. And it kind of came off and a little left and kept cutting. And I'm like, man, this is on line. And that's kind of when I turned. And I was like, oh, gosh, Jimmy, be good. Like, pretty much just begging at that point. And it's crazy, but it was so far away. We really had no idea. And because the wind was downwind, we couldn't hear them clapping that much.
So you didn't know where it landed?
I saw it land, but because it's kind of an elevated green, I could just barely like make. And Jimmy, no offense, Jimmy can't see it. He couldn't see it. So he's like, "You see it? Where is it?" I was like, "I think it's up there." And then and you could kind of hear the crowd a little bit. And I was like, "I think it's on." I was like, "I think it's on." We had no idea that it was 6-7 feet. So it was one of those, as we walked up closer and closer to the green, it made us a little bit happier.
Got it. Was there any conversation at all with Jimmy when you reached this monster of a drive that you might lay up?
No, it's just it's a really difficult pin to wedge it to, because how the green sits, it kind of, if I was hitting this way, the pin was kind of like in a little shelf, and the front of the green goes like this, and the back of the green goes like this. So if I was wedging it, I mean, I had probably 7 or 8 yards to hit it in if you're laying up and have to hit it in this way. So we talked about it, possibly a 2-iron, just kind of hitting a little low hook and 2-iron and try to run it up to the front of the green or right of the green where I was chipping up the green. But with this club, I felt like as long as I didn't double cross it or miss it left, this was the better play.